Alright, greetings, my fine feathered friends. It is I, Sarkru Matt, back again. Once again to defend the innocent and play some Phoenix Wright. I don't. Are we on day 3 trial? Find out. Maya! Hey Nick, it's you. I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey. Why'd you do that anyway? I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not a lawyer, my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Okay. Where? Alright. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. Question about what? You said seeing as this is your first offense, let you go after questioning? Phew! Oh, and we wanted me to give you... You wanted to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something. Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? It's lame. Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried, I really did. I don't know what to do. I think it's probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did her best. I should check to see if there's any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I ever see my sister again. Alright, garlic entrance. December 26th, Guard Lake Park entrance. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but cops are still around the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. Center Beach. Oh, okay. December 26th, Gourd Lake Public Beach. I haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with lovely Kians? I still don't know how to say that right. December 26th, God Lake Woods. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today, Yes, what about the trial? Well, I was gonna say it's a good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though you did save Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Karma is planning for tomorrow? It's not like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh right, you said something about it in the trial today. There were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who the other witness was. Who was it? Sorry, pal. As much as I like to, I'm not liberty to divulge that information. Right. What Mars are they using? I still need to see like a lawyer play this. I think there's a thing on YouTube somewhere. Because I don't know if these are like based on Japanese laws or what. Oh right. I wanted to ask something about Edgeworth. What up? Wait, what's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime is the way he does, and him becoming a lawyer, and him scared of earthquakes. It's all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yeah, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. I can see it in his eyes. I would have talked about Maya. Huh? She's not on bail yet? That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. Man, I don't know what to do if... Oh, I don't know what would have happened in courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff? I'll be honest with you, pal. I shed a tear or two. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report from Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh wait, I was wondering, how much is the bail gonna be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Didn't I tell you? He's grateful for what she did. Alright, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay the month's rent, too. Yeah, that's okay. I guess we're going back to the entrance. I'm not happy with you right now, Ginger. Wait, what? Back to the detention center. Oh, okay. I think back to the detention center. I was like, what is that? What? I'm sort of using a guide on this, just so I don't get stuck. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm pretty sure people have beat this game plenty of times. Hey Nick, you finally came. You did just finish the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do? What did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for the bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. You've got to win the case, Nick. What a crap. No, I'm gonna lose the case. Weirdo. There aren't many cops around here today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lottie. You really did it today. What did we do now? Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking, a little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Rada. So you see, I went to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half, just to say I had been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry. I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Well, memory is tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I'm sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right. You mean the first time you witness a murder? What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figured the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy's fever, I'll get my exclusive photo and rocket the stardom. Alright, Lottie, you go, girl. Wish I could be an investigative photographer too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lana, what do you mean making it up to us? Well, you see, actually, I get a bit of information for you. What? That Van Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it? What information? Now we gotta get the heart of it. You see, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information doesn't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you're thinking how the unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Your face? Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you think. I'm just an exception, okay? Well, what would it be? I'm gonna deal or not? She basically calls herself stupid all the time. What have you, Nick? Without any other we don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much? Huh? You completely off the bracker? I may not be sophisticated. I'm not trying to rob the poor, huh? The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy. What? Gordy? But Gordy doesn't, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, y'all come to me first, got it? Okay. Right. See you later. Okay, Nick, let's get hunting. Hunting? You don't seriously mean... Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist. Summer 26, Gord Lake, Public Beach. What's that? That's the Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya. Larry, what the heck is this? Oh, this is my girl Kinance's idea. Hold on, I can't. This is... Wait, is this gonna mess my thing up? Yes, it did. Anyways. K-I-Y-A-N-C-E. Like, I wanna know how you say this. Will it pronounce it for me? No, it won't. I was like trying to see if it would like... Google would like pronounce it for me. Alright. That was a waste of time. I have no idea how to say this lady's name. She's like, if you like put this here, it'll be like really cool. Dude, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow, that's really impressive. She could find this for you. Well, she knows a lot of people, and that show's finished now, so she got it for free. Right. Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgeworth? Well, he made it through the first day of court, alright. I don't know how good of a prospects are from here on, though. Huh? Hey, Larry, don't you know Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No, really? Well, we were only in the same class for a year. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred? Right, when DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. What was that big thing up there before? Huh? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't he there yesterday? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor that was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's a little unit in my by my hot dog stand. Mom's by the hot dog stand. That what I used to put air in a Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it for repairs. Oh, and here I thought it was inflated by yourself. Yeah, he blew it up by himself. Okay, it's December 26th, the police department, criminal affairs. Hey there, pal, what's up? You look like all out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's going to hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you if you need anything besides money, that is. How's the investigation proceeding? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in a DL6 incident. The guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case, Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him, and Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Poor Edgeworth. I gotta admit, it doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down at Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for him. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Eek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me then? Oh. Detective Gumshoe was scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay, Detective Gumshoe will aid you in a search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for this finding evidence. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Okay, give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let's show him, these are the best and the brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog still in training. Missile. Here, boy. Woof. Here he is. Ah, he's so cute. Look, Nick. Cute dog. A cute dog. And this will help us. How? Woof. Next secret weapon is number 2's fishing pole. Here it is, my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe? We're looking for a monster. Yeah? How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know until you try, pal. Okay, and this is the next one, is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by your choices. Secret weapon number 3, the metal detector. Here. Detective Gumshoe? We're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which one would it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make my mind either for the total opposite reason. Oh well, I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. Borrow missile. Can I borrow missile? Sure thing, pal. Could be good to him. Woof. He's so cute. Oh boy. Borrowed canine unit missile for Detective Gumshoe. Okay, so let's move. I know I sort of know what's gonna happen. None of these are gonna work right. Hey, Nick. Missile's been acting strangely. Missile, alright, right. That little creature of yours? Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy. Grrr. What's wrong with Missile? Yip, 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 yip. Yip, 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 eek! Missile, missile! Whoa, stop that thing. Cannibal, it's eating my samurai dogs. My samurai dogs. Wow, it ate every single one. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. I'm just gonna have to this time. Alright, so the missile's wrong thing to get. Oh, it's not what I want. Where I want to go. Looks like Edgeworth is still in questioning. Let's come back later. Guess so. That's not even where I want to go. I want to go to the Criminal Affairs Department. Detective Gumshoe, can we borrow one of the things? Yeah, sure, pal. I have to take back the last one on Lunchy Department policy. Well, take a pick. Which one will it be? It's probably the fishing pole, because this is not going to end well. Can I borrow the flimsy-looking fishing pole? Sure thing, pal. Oh, if it breaks, be sure to dispose of it properly, okay? Right. Borrow the fishing pole from Detective Gumshoe. Excuse me. December 26th, Gourd Lake Woods. Huh. Okay, Nick, looks like a good spot. A good spot? For what? Time to do some fishing. You serious? What are you gonna use for bait? Oh, yeah, I figured something like this would happen. We should have brought the missile along with us too. At least then we'd have bait. What? Nick? How could you? I'm kidding. Some jokes are better left untold. Ugh, she hit me. Okay, watch this, Nick. Just try not to reel in an empty can or boots, okay? Here we go. Ack! My leg. Womp. Click, click. Hey, what are you doing? Sorry, Lotta. Don't tell me you're the one you all are some film company's payroll. Nick, pay here. Dear. Alright. Let's go get the actual thing we needed. That was all just for shits and giggles. Oh, excuse me. Talk to Detective Secret Weapons. Okay, yeah, take the other one back. Borrow the metal detector. We brought that metal detector? Sure thing, pal. I'm not sure that what we're gonna find with this. Remember that you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Anything. Borrowed metal detector. Wait, you didn't take his fishing rod back? I thought I was supposed to get his fishing rod back, but I still have it. What the heck? Move. Detective, or this is a detective. December 26th boat rental shop. Huh. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Beep, beep, beep. Nick, it's beeping. We found the metal detector found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya. Why do I have to check it out? Because I'm the lawyer and you're just an intern. Nick, look. Huh? An air tank? Huh? The valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maybe Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Oh. Huh? There's something wrapped around the air tank. It looks like a string of flags. Well, they might as well take them for us now that we found it. It's heavy. Picked up air tank of dubious value. Mom's dubious. This is Larry's, isn't it? What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I want to ask you about this air tank. Is it yours? Say, is this air tank yours? Why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags all around the tank valve? It's like a string of flags around your steel samurai there. Must have been a coincidence. There's a string of flags everywhere these days, like elementary schools and used cars dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyways? You used it to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? That big puffy steel samurai. Now, why would I go asking me a question like that? Looks like I hit a nail on the head. Right. I actually, see, the compressor I was always was on the fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once, but, it didn't go so well, as I suspected. It didn't go so well, or, so you think you can be a little more specific? Come on, look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us. Fine, whatever. It's like what you said, the compressor was busted, so I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then, blam! The valve busted open and made an incredible noise. And that tank, the tank there took off like a rocket. And I took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? I'm sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Huh. So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, that happened on the 20th or so. 20th? A week ago? Now, as far as I can see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night at the boat looking for it. I mean, Kyan's gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 days to find it. The night before last. That was the night of the murder. Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all that bad. We've solved that one mystery at least. The mystery? Maya, you should go tell her. What happens? Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the information y'all need. Y'all got a scoop on Gordy for me? Gordy doesn't exist. Lada, there's no such thing as Gordy. What? How can y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Got some proof Gordy doesn't exist? The proof of the Gordy doesn't exist is here. Of course I have proof. No lawyer with this badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof that Gordy doesn't exist. Take that! He actually said it for once, nice. Larry's air tank? What are y'all doing with that air tank? This is Gordy? Huh? Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. With a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, the idiot who happened to be a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used the air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty big, loud bang when it flew. A bang? The tank, along with a still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the still samurai? Well, that's fine. Way to ruin Gel's dreams. I'm sorry, Lada. Nah, it's okay. You win. I'll give you the information like I promised. Poor Lada. What happened? I learned something in today's trial that's for sure. Testifying, sir, is business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least. Like I said, I traded for the dirt on Gordy. I just gave you the dirt on Gordy. So tell us this information you have. I promise a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here saying something about a witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lada. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick. Hold on. Something else. Yeah, the night of the murder, a camera clicked twice, you know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it. Just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it. Second lake photo added to your court record. Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave. Huh? Poor Lada. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells like, it's usually the butts. Huh? Someone should whip that butts into shape. What's this other? Can I see this other photo that we just got? Shows the empty lake taken automatically. Okay, so I can't actually look at it. I guess we're gonna go to the boat rental thing. It's December 26th, boat rental shop. Hey, Nick. This is the boat rental shop Lada was talking about. You're right. Doesn't it seem like anyone's around at all? Let's go check it out anyways. Yeah, let's just go break into his house. December 26th, caretaker shack. Meg, that you? Eek! Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Huh? Nick? You'll handle this. I think I have to leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? Run the pasta shop when I'm done. Or gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When the kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep the place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Oh, hello, swag. Nick, what was that? A parrot. It's the one on the perch. Keith. Yes. I'll leave the wet noodles in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what are wet noodles? Based on the available evidence, I would say it's the name of the pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, squawk. Yep. Zzz. He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Talk. Pasta shop. A pasta shop? Yep. To think that wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so it makes me it makes you two the third generation. Meg. Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler this West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't the pasta from Italy? Meg? Yes? You know the best pasta's always made in the west of the Rockies, don't you? But right, of course, everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? Why do we have to keep up to all in the family charade? Somebody must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what it is. Huh? This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? Here's the palace of pasta, the wet noodle. Though now that you mention it, I haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All kinds of come up and say, yo dude, we want to ride one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But the old man is a witness in Tamil, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Take that. Huh? That's a lawyer's badge. Yes, it is. You don't believe it. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. You figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick? There's a chance to clear things up. Sir. No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here to investigate the murder that took place in the lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But no one on one condition. What's that? When the case is over and done, you run the wet noodle. Sure, why not? We'll do that. Okay, I promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Anything to get the case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say, you too, Meg? Yes. You bring the tears from old man's eyes, you know. Now, what was it that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, squawk. I was talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? No, that's not that, right? He fell asleep. Wake his ass up. Huh? The right. okay. Oh, yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay, you can call me Dad. The Dad, do you know something about this? Yep, the other night, out on the lake. Yes, yes. I know all about that, I seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Dang it, I gotta go through this all again. Okay, back. Talk to him, not show him stuff. What you saw? I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard a bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one, bang. A little while later, the boat comes back with a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself, a yap. What did he say? A yap? I forgot. Remember tomorrow by court time, I promise. We didn't know earlier than that. Bird. Look at the bird, look at the bird. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello. He's ignoring me. Well, you forgot, Meg. You gotta call his name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello, squawk. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Okay. Too bad all you can say is hello. Har har har. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. Secret words? My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, Squawk. All right. Hey, Polly, watch it, will you? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking and a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write the number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, the kid next door. He always used to make me cry, remember? He was wearing a tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. What's he talking about, Detective Gumshoe? He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're gonna get much useful information from that guy. Or this guy. Maya, we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Huh? Polly, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. Huh? What'd you just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. What? DL6 incident? Hey, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh. What? He locked the door from the other side. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on the DL6 incident. Maybe we should ask Detective Gumshoe. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Detective Gumshoe. Larry Butts. Larry Harry Butts. Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? I actually wanted to ask you something. Yeah? You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is apparently in the witness tomorrow in the court, right? Huh? How'd you, that was supposed to be a top secret. Do you know who that old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Huh. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that has something to do with the current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about the DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbid us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I can consider opening the file up. Alright. Present. Did we steal Polly? Why can't we get Polly on us? What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6? What? Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget about DL6, squawk! Huh? I'm pretty sure the old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get you. Sounds like you need the information on the DL6 incident. Through there is a station records room. I'll give you a special permission to go in there and find what you need. Alright. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time to face Edgeworth's past. Alright, we're in the record room now. Wow. This is amazing. Lee Dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find the DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We're almost through the 4th grade when suddenly it transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know, what you want to know about this DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. The case summary. Well, first of all, I have to get the handle on the main facts, like the summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28, 2001. Exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator at District Court. What? Is this the same District Court we are holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in an elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That'd be scary like that in the dark. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator. Survivors were unconscious. The survivors. One of the 3 of the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father had been shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the passengers in the elevator. Do you have the data on the victim? Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he's still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost the day's case in court and got into the elevator with his son Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he's on the elevator with his father. We know that already. From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could have not been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? I got an idea the suspect is in there. That would be this guy that my mama got arrested. Hold on. This is it. The man arrested for the sex with DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk at a court, apparently. So he must have been the third person elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. The victim of our case, Wright. Suspect Mr. Yogi was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could I have Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. Alright, I still don't know what the sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we gonna take the whole file thing, or whole file? That's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case added, case file added to the court record. Right. That's probably all we are gonna find here. Now, all that's left is the trial for tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Save. Yeah, I'm saving my game. Of course I save my game, which I don't actually think it does anything unless I actually manually save my game. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number... courtroom number 3, okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecutor is also ready. You're the judge here anyways. Mr. Van Kamera, your opening statement? Very well, no opening statement, so... That's a fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. The prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Okay. Order. Mr. Van Karma, what is meaning of the statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? This will be over 3 minutes. You have no time to waste. I call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my defense witness to the stand. It's the mysterious boat shop owner? Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant that sorry, Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I am also rent boats. And the night of the incident, you were at the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Yarp. Wait a second, he still hasn't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Objection. Because I didn't ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I predicted the trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. Yup. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear the testimony, shall we, witness? It was the night of the 24th just after midnight. Yup. It was in a restaurant, or, where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. Then I looked out in the window and I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, a boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin cross-examination. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need to cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Of course I cross-examined the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Van Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Sixth statement. Okay, so the last statement. So the night of the murder was midnight. Yup. It was in a restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out in the window, I saw a boat just floating there on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, a man walks. Okay. By your window? Yep, I'm a window. Right outside the window of my little shack. I could see the man's face. Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but it was right there in front of me. I saw him. It's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Bad feeling about this. The man defendant, he was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Didn't the caretaker forget what he said yesterday? Are you sure? Oh. Dad! Dang certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. This sounds like a decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Van Karma? He lured me to the cross-examination so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. You better act quick, or this is gonna be over soon. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired the gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints on Edgeworth's right hand found in the gun? And the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That's easily explainable. He could have wiped the prints after he fired. Ignoring the truth is what the matter here. Everything in the witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his words is all we have. His words all we have. If he were telling a lie, in a case of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even the basic facts. If you say the testimony is a lie, show us proof. Irk, Nick, do we have any evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high of an expectations. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. The court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for any more to decide the case against the defendant. The case is extremely clear. There's no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. It will be held pending trial at the higher court within a month of today's date. That is all. Wait, why? He's gonna go to trial after he's... What? Wait! Who was that just now? Me? Huh? Wah! Larry, what are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What's the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for an adjournment. One moment, Mr. Van Karma. So you say you heard the gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That's that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Didn't realize something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let old Edgy be called a murder. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Well, this is the first time something like this has happened. The first time something like this has happened. Like, this is my court. This is the first time something like this has happened in my court. Okay. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you already given your decision. The trial's over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth can be declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, there's another witness, and it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. Your verdict cannot be overturned. What? Allow me to speak to my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I mean, he did pronounce him guilty and hit his gavel, so I would drop my previous verdict for guilty. I mean, I don't know if he can do that. I don't know. Mr. Van Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify now. What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear the new witness. Alright, everybody go outside and hit the slides and the swings and stuff. Court is adjourned. December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. Ha! I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon and flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah? Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What is it? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I could not think straight. Then I saw the pistol laying on the floor in the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. Didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right? Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance? My karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. It's the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are we getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. A 10-minute trial at this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything depends on Larry now. All depends on butts. When the good butts get here. When the good Larry's butts get here. Court is now back in session. Witness. Please testify to the court about everything that you saw. The night is December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. But Cummer doesn't even have a time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about being our big break. The night of the murder. The night was on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked over the lake and I didn't notice that boat. So after I heard the single shot, I went home. That was unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you begin your cross-examination. Alright, yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Huh? Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Today I was on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake and I didn't notice a boat. But after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. Now, where's the deposition? No, radio. Wait a second, Larry. Huh? What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lottie Hart testified yesterday she heard 2 bangs. And the old man, just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me like nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts? What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Well, yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, on my headphones. What? Order, stop that booing. Mr. Butts? You were listening to the radio on earphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? Listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio, so what's the big deal? Huh. Mr. Van Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor a shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue the testimony? Your Honor? Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like the radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, and believe me. What Larry heard. It was lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to the All Request show on Radio C. I was listening to the real booming loud like, but I was sure I heard a gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You're listening to your radio at the high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't that a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here. Judge, can you believe the word his witness says? What he heard is probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe that this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is that when he heard the shot, no music was playing. DJ only talks between songs, so you could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. This charade. Okay. It's only being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to my All Request show on the radio, see? I was listening to the real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ said, saying when I heard it too. What did he say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possibly good knowing what the radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Van Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why it should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do we know if we don't ask, huh? Very well, fine. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when he said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Was that the photo, or, okay. Wait, are you absolutely sure that what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? Looks scary, dude. Hey, I'm trying to scare me. You better know I don't scare you that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear that the witnesses said? Jesus said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when I heard the gunshot? Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize that what this means? When you heard a gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts two of the testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when you heard the shots, it was already... When they heard the shots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is so simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, he's suspicious. What? Huh. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the shot before midnight? Lawyer's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Huh? Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me the evidence for the gunshot before midnight. No, it's not. Where's the other... There it is. Look at this photograph. This is a photo that was witnessed, of our witness, this is taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp of the photo reads December 24th, 1150. Oh yeah? Huh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why there's nothing showing in the photograph, it's why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera is set up to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 1150. That's why the photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard the gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that was the case. Then where does this leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming that she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera is triggered 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, the night there were two sets of gunshots within 25 minutes pause between them. Why would that be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera set up to respond to loud noises. Yes? There's no proof that the loud noise at 1150 was a gunshot. Why would the witness could have sneezed triggering their camera? Hey, my nose is clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 1150 was indeed the gun? Please show us evidence. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness and the testified yesterday heard two gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I realize the truth. The third shot was a shot Larry heard before midnight. Order. That would make sense in the evidence we're seeing so far. However, this leads me to wondering exactly what did happen tonight in the lake. Exactly. If this is true, then there are two sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask, why? I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in the case had the same idea as the murder in this case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If you don't figure this out, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is that safe? Safe? We've already gotten the guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, or Mr. Wright? The testament just now has cleared up the entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realize the truth. You can be no other murderer here than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Van Karma. The man who shot the night wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on a lake. This is shown by the witness's photo. Defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired at a boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well? The guilty party has to be no other than a man on a boat. Admit it, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot 15 minutes after midnight. Huh? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp in the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard the gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who this is sitting on the boat. Alright. Edgeworth's the murderer. Of course it was Edgeworth the murderer. After the murderer killed Hammond at 11:50, he assumed that guys with Mr. Hammond had met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell you why he went to the lake that night. I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth doesn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Right? Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, right? It's... The murderer is? I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah, can you waste my time? I don't know because he never told us. Huh? The murderer was the caretaker of the boat shop, the old man. In 1150, he was one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would I have to go all the way to the lake to shoot someone? Maybe I suggest the real scene of the crime is not on the boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? I show you the judge where it really took place. Is it the boathouse? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way that you can meet the victim without anyone seeing. You don't have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime. Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake in the boat searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he started to head home, he heard the gunshot. He heard the gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time, in other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that have been if you returned the boat? Boat shop. What happened that night at Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think I've started at the very beginning. I'll take it slow, I might just be able to figure it out. That night, the caretaker in the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This is all around 1150. That was when the gunshots that Laurie heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. When he got into the boat with the Edgeworth, went out to the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot it twice, both missing Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations, the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer shot twice. Because the first, the create a witness, probably. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Mr. Hart was exactly the... Or indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hitting the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then... the murderer jumps into the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Huh? Once you realize that everything else falls into place, the boat shop caretaker went back to the shop when he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on his body. Then he threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night at Gourd Lake. Bailiff? Bring out the witness from before, the boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well, while we are waiting for the caretaker, we'd like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, we heard that the defense that said, yes? Well? Why'd you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I cannot say what it is. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, are we conducting a trial here? I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't in a boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. You cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Van Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that the connected to declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request the police department utilize all the forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity had become very important to the trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well, court is adjourned. We know who he is. He's the guy that shot Edgeworth's daddy. Is this... I'm gonna have to, like, stop, like, what time, how am I doing this? Because, like, I'm gonna have to, like, do this another an hour and 33 minutes, okay. I don't think it's gonna take me to finish this, because usually we'd play this, like, the 2 parts of it, but apparently it's gonna be 3 parts? Maybe? But I don't know, we'll see. Plus there's a few things I need to cut out. Yeah, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least I got under the guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Van Karma didn't know what to do with this testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. You know, I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look all pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile a little, relax. I'm sorry, but I fear I'm not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, but to get off my chest, but I can't make up for my mind. What's this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of the crime that I committed. The crime you committed. A memory of a murderer. To be continued. Wait, did Edgeworth shoot his dad? Is that what we're getting to? That Edgeworth shot his dad? By accident? December 27th, 2:11 p.m., Wright & Co. law offices. What was it Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Memory of the crime that I committed. Memory of murder. Who do you think Mr. Edgeworth killed? His papa. I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everybody doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had some swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning, me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Alright, tell me the truth. That was kind of love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Yeah, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on. I saved Edgeworth this in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me, yeah? Bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in a trial today. You did. If you weren't for there, Larry, I'm sure Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. But just spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. From where I'm sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm gonna be believing you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, bro, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, well, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough of this silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when you first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You don't know him back then. Back when I wanted to become a defense attorney, wait. Was that when you two were in classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's you talking about? Huh? Oh, Alright, sorry, I kinda forgot. Huh. Okay, Nick, out with it. I only heard this story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the beginning of spring of 4th grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring 4th grade, a kid in my class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school is really small. Every month kids would bring their envelope with their money for lunch from home. Huh? I see. Anyways, the kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now I remember mentioning that. I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE class that day. I was the only one who not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in the class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief. Give me my money back. You're such a meanie. No one paid. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. You're not going to pay me anymore. Yeah, a lot of really... Okay, I can't keep up. They're all yelling at him he's a thief and they want money back and such and such and such. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Apologize to the class, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went over where was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in trial is evidence. Everything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole the money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but there's no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. He doesn't even, we don't even make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it's been. Everybody ganging up on and picking on one person. I just know how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so we didn't do it. Very well. I would replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned that meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school, or if I had been there, who would have thought I would have done it? So that kind of personally, you see. Somebody smells it, usually the butts. Anyways, Edgeworth and I talked after class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney too. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna become a defense attorney, just like my dad. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident? Right, I'm not sure, but I'm transferred probably had to do with the father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in a newspaper. The headline was something on, the headline was something like Dark Suspicions on Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict, anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, but I didn't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see you as old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he become. That's why I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why I became a defense attorney to meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew I'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one is on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for the free? Yes. I helped you because you believed in me. Except for I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. You have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very may well be. First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who and what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess we can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Where are we? We just throw a bunch of evidence away? That's not smart and safe. That's not how this works. Alright, Gorda Lake entrance. Hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, huh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Oh, sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Looks like Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyways, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Lotta's in a lot of trouble. No. Stupid. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Da, 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 da. December 27th, Cord Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel escort, or the steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's been busy with the trial as usual for work. Alright. That old caretaker got away, yep. I never imagined he might be a real murderer. Ahem. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, hello. Hello? What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, huh? The day of my youth. Like the scent of the fresh lemons, you see? Mr. Grossberg. There's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That's true, yes. But from what I saw today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not so sure. Huh. If you find anything out there, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think of Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyways? Who knows? Probably trying to cover up evidence. Huh? Nobody's home? Hello. Squawk! Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello. Squawk! I can't believe you'd run off and leave poor Polly to fend for herself. Hello, Squawk! That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number of the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number for the safe? 1228. Squawk. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Ah. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ah, boring. There's no name on a signature in this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear lettering. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth name be on there? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now your time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of your letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail, how to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth, calling Edgeworth out to the lake and getting on the boat, firing twice. It's exactly what they figured out in court. It's all here, all perfect detail. What do you think this means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called Edgeworth, he followed the instructions. We could have written a letter, and what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain, this letter is an amazing clue. Back. Alright, go to see Dr. Edgeworth. I hate the way they keep we have to go back like this like so much. And to the detention center. You look as grim as always, huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I heard a story about a class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 4th grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only matters to me anyways. Mr. Edgeworth, don't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Huh? Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To the fault, even. Well, maybe yeah, but I think you've changed too, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. And he had to be shooter, why any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we were all suffering from oxygen deprivation. I'd lost all memories of the murder. Lost your memory. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of the Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to his lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know in courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he has taken on, none have left unsolved. And not one suspect is caught or declared innocent either. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects are indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All that Von Cameron does is his job to find a suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, that's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should the weakness appear, we should do everything in our power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. No time to praise your enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. Ha! It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I admit. No kidding. Let's present okay. Edgeworth, see this letter? Huh? It's came out in a safe that shack where the boat rental caretaker lived. I see. Huh? Revenge on me? Who's that old guy anyways? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there's someone else behind it. Now is there time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitation of the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could it be Yogi? Yogi? Hey, boo-boo! Hey, boo-boo, you want a handgun? I'll shoot the Park Ranger for a picnic basket. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Hey, boo-boo. Yanni Yogi was in court bail at the time. We just happened to be in an elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Hey, boo-boo. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were in there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and then the darkness closed in on us, like in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making it any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. Wait, what kind of elevator is this? There's usually an air shaft, like an air vent at the top. You know, you can pop it open, and unless like the air conditioner's off, but still, you can still, not gonna, 5 hours is not enough time to eat all the oxygen up. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring at the ceiling. Hey, boo-boo. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? The letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would you want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me the last few days. I didn't know whether not to tell you. I'm in a nightmare. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of the crime that I committed. Crime you committed. A memory of a murder. Murder, murder, murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Oh, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll use up more of the oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Ah, what? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying at my feet. I didn't know if it was evidence for the day or the court or the bailiffs. And it says I picked up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Ah! And with that scream, I wake. The bone-chilling scream. The scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? That's the thought of that is the only thing that's kept me sane for 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Yep, been there. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, why that way, the letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. And that's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was a true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are you gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. It's not like you did it on purpose. It was an accident. I don't think there's anything we can do, now, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. Huh? There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Your mama. Your mama. You know what else about the DL6 incident? My mom! Hey, boo-boo. Let's go commit some murder, boo-boo. Mr. Grossberg, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, huh? It's Mr. Edgeworth. Sob. I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's over a dream, only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep that he would want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream is not a dream, it was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done. Yeah, that was like accidental manslaughter or whatever. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of the murder, and his career as a bailiff was irreparably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defensive attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Van Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Van Karma was an extreme man, forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he was a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called the spirit medium. That was your mother, Missy Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's why my mother left. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see, yet now that I think about it, it seems that the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying has falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only the possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh ho! So this is the letter. It does seem like that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but his own. His own sake? He never trusted the clients that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent. Why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. It's a long time ago. Whose handwriting is this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Manfred Van Karma? Van Karma? Why would you have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Van Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Van Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in his court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred Van Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Van Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it's truly Van Karma, he wrote the letter, then he would have known the truth. He would have known that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. We'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how come Van Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought he was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Van Karma is both persistent and perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Van Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Van Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Scarred? I don't know. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Van Karma? Van Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused of Van Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Van Karma's ever received in the career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow, wait, if they know that the evidence was faulty, they would... It would be a mistrial. Wow, it must have been quite a shock for Van Karma. He took the vacation from several months after that, you see. Vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he'd taken in many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me you've never been to Europe. You have the strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep it perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What did we do, Nick? Van Karma's going to bring up the DL6 if we can bet on it. What if Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill somebody. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it to himself. How does he know for sure, though? How does he know that what happened? Because they were so deprived of air, he doesn't know that he did it for sure or not. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, you say so. I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, Alright, let's go to, wait. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. December 27th, Police Department. Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for that old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if you could check out the record room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Van Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there. Van Karma? Yes, he just arrived actually. Van Karma's in the record room? Nick, let's hurry. Messy as always. We were the only ones just yesterday, and I'm sure we haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I'm noticing he isn't here. Van Karma? Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking for it recently. The label says, unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick. The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek! Van Karma, you... How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're out Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you seem I really remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, and yet needless to say, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth was your student, right? A romanticist who could never shed his veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Van Karma, you had an axe to grind with Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against your mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why'd you take a son under your wing afterwards? The son is the most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. But tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. That's what she said. So, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Van Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. This is Van Karma, have a look at this. This is you, wasn't it? You're instructing Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi, how many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote the letter to Mr. Yogi, this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? Stun gun, for self-defense usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog taking an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Why? What are you... Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way! That was me burping. And that little thing. Let's be burping again. Ugh, he got us. The letter. It's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first? Maya, is she okay? Maya? Maya, open your eyes. Maya! The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good at this lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Aw. Maya! Grr. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, I'm holding something. What's this? A bullet? GL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregor Edgeworth. I remember. My comrade was holding this when Maya jumped him. Put the GL6 bullet in your pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're the most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in the court tomorrow. To be continued. Are we finally going to court? Are we finally into the last part of the trial? This is it, Judgment Day. Today things are going to be settled at last. A lot of things. What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with its stun gun yesterday. Anyways, the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking calm as always. I hope Van Karma doesn't push him too hard. What? Yow! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up and pat you on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Yeah, pal! Yahoo! What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning. Mr. Edgeworth? Good morning. How did you go, Detective? Have no fear, I promise I've captured a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember this past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. Yahoo! Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We've reached our final day of proceedings and trial. I ask you to take the prosecution submit defensive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed and silenced by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Van Karma. Your opening statement? Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoes. After the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, and defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him in as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the courts, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in a boat rental shop in a lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he's currently lost his memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness is not running away. He was, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Huh? I left the court. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyways. I mean, I need one of the motives things right. I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Ah, right, well, let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're the nerd Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Paul, you see. I figure I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yeah, seems like it. But how come you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? Huh? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, eh? Know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, you have to show court proof. Grr. How am I supposed to prove what's going on if I've net old Codger's head? That's impossible. Huh. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. I mean, I needed one of those motive things, right? I didn't have one. I haven't got one. How can you say you haven't had no motives? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took the revenge on them, right? Please don't make me prepare myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, he's going to do the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Alright, might I have something to say, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying that the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory in the past and lack of therefore in question. But do you really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said that he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who the witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? I don't play dumb, Van Karma. Right, Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh. Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. I thought the judge would have heard of it, and it was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has clear motive. Do you have any conclusions again, Mr. Wright? This witness is Yanni Yogi fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove to this court? So the court of law, as you may recall, you need proof, and allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? That's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we compare them to the fingerprints of the file of Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff, yap. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if your witness has no fingerprints, I guess we gotta be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? DNA samples, duh. It seems that your case has been decided, no? No, I know what happened, I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There's no one can testify who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Call the bird to the stand. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Mr. Van Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine the parrot. What is it, Nick? No, they're not going to. Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Van Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Van Karma up on his proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Van Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Van Karma. I have the right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, we should go through this with this. If nothing comes of it, I won't be ready for consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, so we go through this little game. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Van Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except for the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. I bet, bring in the parrot. Alright, bird, say your name. That's quite a bird. Please tell your name. Name. The witness will be ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well, witness. Who's your owner? Please testify. Who's your owner? Squawk. Hello. Squawk. Surely the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are we gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? They got to say his name. He's got to say Polly first. Oh, hello, Squawk. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Remember, 2 days ago? Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6, Squawk! Okay. I'll prove the caretaker has something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something. We forgot something. Hello. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Van Karma expected this. He couldn't have restrained the parrot, could he? Or retrained. Did he train her not to respond to her when asked if we've forgotten anything? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge to something, Mr. Yogi. Oh yeah, I guess it's... Hello. Witness, you can't just say hello, expect us... we want you to testify. Right. What do I say? What's her name? We should get her to say her name. Polly, what's her name? Polly, squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we have established that the person's name is Polly. It has everything to do with her owner's identity. Of course, okay. Yes, it does. Huh? Fascinating. You claim that a parrot's name is proof that the owner's identity? Then show us proof. Nick, don't you think that you're taking it bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... DL6. That's quite a large file for you out there. Which page is proof of it then? Show us to stop wasting our time. Huh. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file does information connect the parrot's name? On a suspect data page. Huh? This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was the fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. You remember the name of the fiancée who committed suicide? That's why you named the parrot after her. I see. I guess that's possible. My granddaughter had a dog and she called Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Huh. Indeed. How long does that little week for Evan's murder trial? We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more thing. We can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Huh. Very well, witness. You may continue. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. Show the judge that owner is Mr. Yogi. Witness, yeah, whatever. We gotta get her to... Right, okay. What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number for the safe, huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say something, okay? Polly, what's the number that's safe in the jack? 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming the number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh? Ridiculous. How can a number of the safe tell us the caretaker is? Show us the proof. What could possibly link the number of the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case again. The DL6 case file? What is the obsession with have with this case? Mr. Wright, where in the file does it relating to the safe number? Case summary. On the case summary page. The case summary. It's especially the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. That's right, because we have like one more day. It'd be December 28th. The day of the incident, December 28th. Why is today's... Oh, that's today's date. 15 years ago. That's the number of the safe, 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set the secret numbers as dates. Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I am number 1. You just doxed your debit card number, you idiot. This has nothing to do with a date, nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is merely coincidence, that's all. True, that's a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker to the boat shop, immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness says he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Huh? I guess it says uncle here, but we were calling him dad. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, we'll ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Johnny Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in the very court. Order, Johnny Yogi. So was it you that killed Robert Hammond? You tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have a brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought it was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak of that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyways, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Van Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his conclusion. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Huh? Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? Oh, that sounds like it's gonna start raining here in a second. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion in a particular case. So, I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Van Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yeah, hoo, yeah, ooh, confetti from the sky, woo, yeah. That is all. Court adjourns. Did somebody just say objection? It wasn't Van Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I am not innocent at all. As you've heard, Johnny Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge, but revenge for what? Nick. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he's a murderer at DL6 incident. You're going to tell them he killed his own dad. Oh, what should I do? The judgment has already passed. I object to the Edgeworth outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear the new statement. He's right. We have a duty here, Miss Edgeworth out. After 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare is only a nightmare. That is what I told myself, but now I know I wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it's me. Your Honor, I confess to my guilt. I'm guilty of the DL6 and the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defense declared innocent is confessing to a different crime, a crime from which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how we should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for a crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During the time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright? I've just wasted all our effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. You mean you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing, huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court's record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Why isn't it obvious? Unproved Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in the court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right? Tighten your belts because we're going to go to a fight? What does that mean? Tighten your belts, boys. We're going to a fight. Or you might punch your pants right off if you're not careful. Hey, boo-boo. Let's go to a boxing match. Then I'd like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted to his own guilt. He has confessed to his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, through pointless, let the defense do the cross-examination. The statute of limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the books. I see. Does the defendant have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Son of a bitch. Very well. Well, will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will you witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is that correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter into the court. Mr. Edgeworth is telling us me about his dream yesterday. I noticed something. One detail that didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. Today I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in an elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted him to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. 16 minutes, 6. Okay. And until now, you thought the memory was a dream. You were struck with an elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of that events. Wow, the same claims Mr. Yoga has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so the day was gone, and the courtroom observed my father in trials. Went to leave, an earthquake struck. My father and Mr. Yogi lost composure and began to argue. Just then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi and wanted them to stop. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. Are you sure that you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of it. I heard the shot and then scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious till the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at the file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. Do you enjoy dragging out that old file, don't you? Don't accept it. Accept as evidence unless you can try it. You can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Well, there is perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot. Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. You might have to fire the day before the incident. There's no proof that the second shot had happened in the incident. What? I see. You have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as you have heard. Once the shots were fired by the defendant, the boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired had something to do with the case? Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Van Comer, save the surprise for after you've been seeing the evidence. Bro, Mr. Wright, show us the proof. Do you have evidence of the second fire? Okay. Yeah, 6 incident photo. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see the victim laying in the... there is Greg Edgeworth. The prison murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photograph proves it. Huh? So let me get this straight. The photograph proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please, get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction to photo. Probably the bullet hole right here. That's not in the dude's stomach. It should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregor Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregor Edgeworth's heart. The other one hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot was fired rang out. In conclusion, he must agree the second shot was fired by somebody else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew it should have stepped in before Wild Fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look at once more at the DL6 incident file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary page. That's on page 1. Look what it's written there. Not a single clue would be found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then another bullet would have been discovered in the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet you claimed Gregor Edgeworth's life was... the one that fired was his own son. Oh, maybe it was the bullet you were trying to steal, you dumbass. That's the truth of the matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Yes, something else beside the bullet that made a bullet hole. Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven once one thing is quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Mr. Van Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. This is highly unlikely as the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have to do is a single bullet fired. We're afraid that we've discounted the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet did exist. Was I wrong? I have been wrong the whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? When are you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures were for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought 2 shots would have been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd win. Or won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the shot, but now... I was wrong. I'm wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems to have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet is found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth, precisely. I'd like to ask you one thing, Miles Edgeworth, before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father through that was not your intention. Although that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no, he's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory is run. Therefore, I pronounce the verdict of the defendant today, right now. Indeed. Does anyone have an objection? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There has been so many things I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank, I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Your Honor, I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, huh? Uff. Nick. I don't know. This kid's perfect. Oh no. Gah. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What'd you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems nothing in our wing is not going to produce us any answers, Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. Huh? The second bullet, it exists. What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? You tell us just who is this murderer? It's you, Van Karma, probably. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took that second bullet. Why would he... Huh? First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a straight bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murder to search for the bullet. The murderer didn't need a murder and had to find it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a straight bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Wow, the murderer has no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Irk. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer... What does that mean? You're thinking too normally. Think crazy. You don't think why the bullet was taken. Think of why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying it, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was taking off the top of my head, but what if it really didn't happen? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued in the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the bullet picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Huh. Mr. Wright, you are truly an unpredictable defense attorney that I have ever known. You can tell you're grasping yet I can deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved in the incident was wounded. There's no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. Here's Wright. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember that Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregor Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect title record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Van Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that. You see, it was an unusual event for the man. That was the first and his last vacation he took in many years of prosecuting. What if Van Karma didn't take the vacation because he was of shock, but because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregor Edgeworth. It was Van Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that murder came from the outside. Can you give us the name of the suspect? Should I come on and say it? Say it now. Your Honor? There's a suspect, the lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who's your suspect? Irk, my hands are shaking. What? Van Karma. Van Karma? You mean the Van Karma, the prosecutor sitting right there? Bah! You don't object. Ha! I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst is my objection. Because you took the vacation for several months starting a day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have known. I would have needed surgery. No. Where did I go under his knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor and operate on me. Have him testify. Irk? Nick. Let's just find out who the doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Van Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. You wouldn't leave the clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave the doctor as a witness. Grr, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Van Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull the bullets out yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Bubba keeps clutching himself because his bullet's still inside of him. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce the evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Van Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use the evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Van Karma was shot is... Van Karma is perfect. You wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So now I ask, where was the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Van Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There's the possibility the bullet is still inside Van Karma. Is this even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use his metal detector. Well, Van Karma, you're gonna run this over you and see what you find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet's still inside you. Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that you be allowed to use a metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out in this case today. It was you who said you had to end it right here, right now. Over there! Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Van Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Can you stop saying shot when a man's been shot? Jesus. Beep, beep, beep. It reacts to something inside his right shoulder, the bullet. Mr. Van Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it's nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet in the shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Van Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no objection. I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright. Nor I. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can I prove? Can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet is Van Karma's shoulder of some DL6? Of course you can't. We don't have any proof of DL6 evidence. That's because you took all the records room yesterday. Well, no proof cannot convict me of any crime. No proof, no crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No body, no crime. No, I am the one who... Sorry, Mr. Van Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet to your shoulder to the DL incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. It was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet that was served quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came from the first trial 2 days ago. Wait, the first trial was... Did they say 2 days ago was the first trial? That can't be right. Ballistic markings are fingerprints on a weapon. The bullets fired from the gun are the marks in the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, we can tell which weapon that fired from the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One bullet removed from Gregor Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Van Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregor Edgeworth. Oof! Mr. Van Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we will compare the ballistic markings to those in this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Van Karma? Okay, it's that, whatever. It keeps whining and complaining. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. No! It's not the same to me. It's that scream. I heard it in the elevator 15 years ago. Van Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Van Karma? Edgeworth! Oh, kill me, you would dare defy me. So, it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. 15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Van Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth could be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered free in the past, but not this time. Huh? Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me, penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in darkness. I was in a court records room. I must have wandered without thinking where I was going. It was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went to the hall and found my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw the 3 people inside all lying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moment, Gregor Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who shot him. Later he spoke through the medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open the elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring the end of this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come the very long way to an end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, yes, Your Honor, you are innocent. You are innocent. You were innocent. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was only all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. The court finds defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty again. Still not guilty. I don't know. That is all. The court is adjourned. Take Van Karman into custody. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Van Karman looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside he crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Heh. That was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know. I was averted to tears my whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think this could have done better than that. Oof. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Dear. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. Never forget this. All you want, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. Ha! I see. Ahem. Woohoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. I guess you'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lada. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you. Y'all, thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in a cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let's let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lada? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigator photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world, huh? You don't look too sick. It's Cayenne's. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Larry. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here's a little gift from my in celebration. Celebration? That's usually for you. Harry Butts. You come along tonight too, my treat, pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think it'd be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That's envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not the strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not like a little bit, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly. Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount that Lunch might have stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38, no. No, Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent the day from school, right? But it doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to the day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyways. Then he saw the money laying around, and the rest is history. I never was good with history, huh? Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like that he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right? Yeah, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, Wright? I was surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this is sure as an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth? Huh? You should have told me. Now, Nick, this is 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out on Mr. Edgeworth? I say so, yes. There you have it. Grr. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, I call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. This death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner's on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out to the town for that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, although Edgeworth was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m., Wright and Co. offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. Huh? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, I made me think of about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. I'm in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to go to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, but I've left you, so I left you this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye. What time is it? God, the first trains to the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard to be a spirit medium when you can't talk to spirits, and I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help, huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice was still. Was that at least the very end when I thought we'd lost everything? Well, it's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helps at Mr. Grossberg and even Larry. I'm the one who couldn't help. I'm useless, Nick. But you're the one who stopped Van Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya the evidence to cheer her up. Take that. Bullet to your face. The bullet? Van Karma was convinced he had taken out the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This is a bullet that put the end to Van Karma. And you're the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. I didn't know about that. Or I don't know about that. So, bye. Bye. Adios, muchachos. Thanks, Nick. I don't know, I think this is the end of the game. There's like one more trial, or one more case to go. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink your claim? Yes, Your Honor. I got a bad feeling about this. Is this the end? Because it's like... There's a thing that says there's like, another episode. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down in the perfect... Take pleasant surprise. Whoop! Is that the gumshoe? Then he hangs his head low and went right back to outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him around, or seen him lately. Who, me? I'm working at the cheese shop. That's Missy. Missy's a nice lady. She, huh? I haven't seen her. She's a wire, right? Yeah. Dang, I can't like read these fast enough. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix Wright, Ah, the defense attorney who I wrote the affidavit for, yes. Oh yeah, you should know I have taken over management of the Great Gatewater Hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Why would you want to check in with all the different people we met along the way? The Wright go missing? What the heck? Ahem. Huh. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright? Ah, yes. Me as understudy? Was he not? What are we doing? Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Okay. I don't know why I keep saying that. And how am I straight with it? Alright, Corn's 4. Phoenix Wright? He an actor? Well, not to be I'm not buying it. I can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that, okay, it's saying a bunch of stuff. About DVDs and, other nonsense. I have no idea. Oh, I'm keeping my face out of public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin a kid's dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I went to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some pink princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyways? I don't know if there isn't, if we finish it or not, because it says depending on what version we play, there might be another. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk about Pink Princess. Alright. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It's kind of a shock for a boy my tender age. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a preferred normal photographer. You know the pictures I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there was a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh, yep. There's me and Faye. Oh, there is one more. Rise from the Ashes. Brand new episode has been added. So technically, the original game is over, but apparently there's a bonus that like teach you how to play the next game. So I'm gonna play this one some other time. Where's this saving this to? Where did I just save this to? Browser storage. I don't even know what that even is. Alright, so I'm gonna stop here. Wow, almost 4 hours we've been playing this. 3.5 hours. Anyways, I'm stopping here. I don't know when I'm gonna play the next one. I probably should have cut this down in half. Because I'm hungry and such. But I'll see you guys when I see you. Until then, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. Take care of mental health, physical health, all the good jazz. I'll keep your stick on the ice. I'll check you out in the next one. Peace out.